Hey guys, Nananki here, bringing you another Team Fortress 2 gameplay commentary. Today I'm playing the Hardscopin sniper, using the rifle, hanging in the back, most of the time anyway. The only time I charge to the front, it usually gets me killed. Playing with the new weapons that Sniper just got in the Pyromania update. The name of the sniper rifle is the Hitman's Heatmaker, and it's got a rather neat gimmick to it where you fill up a focus bar. When you get kills and assists, you need 9 assists or 3 kills or any combination thereof to fill it up, and when it is full, it activates automatically when you fire the gun. When you're scoped in, I believe. I don't know if it automatically activates if you're not scoped in. But when it does automatically activate, you get a 25% faster charge rate, and the gun does not become unscoped between shots. So whereas normally if you fire at the maximum rate, each headshot is going to be 150 because you are firing the moment you're zoomed in without having to unzoom, the little charge builds up in between shots, and so you end up, pulling off 233, 266 a shot just over and over and over again. Also, when you are in focus mode, you get your charge built up 25% faster, which is a very noticeable difference. And although it's technically not a faster firing rate, it feels faster. Scout and Sniper are my two least played classes. They kind of trade back and forth for last place. They're awfully close to tied on time invested, somewhere around like 5 or 6 hours now on each class. And it's not that I don't like Sniper, it's just that I'm god-awful at it. For some reason, when you put me in a scope, I just can't get headshots anymore. I really don't get it either, because I'm fine with getting headshots with the Ambassador and, playing other games where headshots are a part of the mechanics. I don't have a problem aiming for the head, but somehow you put me in a scope, you put me in a little circle, and I lose all semblance of capability. I'm just like, I don't know how to aim right. I'm shoot the wall. Yeah, that's what you do. And I kind of figured out a little bit more as I played today that you're better off trying to lead your target than you are trying to twitch into where they're moving at the last second, I don't have a lot of luck with that, and there I'm getting counter-sniped. And speaking of the new sniper weapons, I almost left out the new Cleaner's Carbine, which is the first new carbine since the game came out. And you know what? I'm not digging it, and here's why. When you do get 3 seconds of crits, what are you supposed to do with those 3 seconds? You're supposed to charge into the enemy ranks? Because even when I do get a kill or two with this thing, I'm ready to retreat. You're generally, as a sniper, pulling out the SMG as a last defense of your life. You need to kill the 1 or 2 people who you're fighting at that moment, and that's it. You don't need to worry so much about a little bit later. So getting crits after you've dealt with the enemy at hand doesn't really benefit me as much as having a gun that's just going to kill the enemy at hand more efficiently in the first place. So I don't see myself switching this out for, out of the secondary slot, or I don't see myself switching it into the secondary slot too often. I'm probably still going to go with the Girardi. I feel like the Girardi is much more team-oriented, being able to mark spies or, soak a big group of people for mini crits is way more beneficial to the team than trying to get 3 seconds of crits going and somehow charge into the enemy ranks as a sniper with 125 health. It's like, that's not really how I feel like Sniper should be played in the first place, and, how often do you have a whole group of people behind the front where you're going to get them all with those crits? I don't know, it hasn't happened to me in, playing Sniper for like an hour today, and so my opinion is back to the Girardi. But, it's nice that they finally gave Sniper a new SMG, because he didn't get any love for years. I mean, that's been his only secondary gun the whole time. And at least I can hit heavies in the head. Here I've got focus mode again, and I'm like, oh, come on, somebody, oh, there's a pyro. Oh, yeah, too late. And that's kind of my problem constantly, is I'm trying to cover too much of an area at once, I think, and he's jumping and I'm missing. I thought, oh my god, I can't believe that worked. I'll aim higher, and of course he's done jumping now. And as soon as I aim higher, a medic runs by. So that's what I mean when you're trying to, or at least for me, when I'm trying to adjust to every shot, following where they're going, I'm missing left and right, and that's why I'm such a bad sniper, is because I'm missing those shots. When I'm able to predict a little bit, like that pyro, I knew he had to strafe to the right, or bounce to the right, as it were. So I kind of led my target a little bit, and I was able to just, time when to fire, as opposed to trying to guess where he's going to go and twitch the mouse cursor over him perfectly at the last second, which just does not work for me. And I'm kind of lucky to be on a team that's holding a corner with a multitude of teammates around me and a sentry gun directly to my left. It lets me just sit here and hard scope to my heart's content and really try to develop my sniper capabilities. I don't have to worry about spies generally in a position like this, whereas before when I had my back to the doorway that was ungated because they had gotten the second point, you know, I was easy to stab in the back, but, you know, now I'm standing up next to the gun, so if you really want to kill me, you can, as a spy, obviously just run up and backstab me, but you are going to get blown to smithereens by that gun, and you are going to alert the other 7 teammates standing around me in a little circle, and really, was it worth it just to kill the sniper? I don't think it is. I think you're better off going for a stab and sap on the NG if you're a spy in that situation, so I'm less valuable target of the two of us, and see right there, you know, the Spy Pyro in this case passed me right up, and I even thought when he was moving in, I was like, well, yeah, that might be a spy, but there's like 6 people here, someone else will deal with it. I can just focus on learning how to snipe properly. So, but you're not always going to get that. In fact, trying to play sniper on offense is an entirely different animal. You don't generally have a well-established front with, you know, an engineer base and so forth when you're on blue on offense. So being able to sit on this sniper alley and really just take my time and aim at people all day long is a situation you're really only going to find on cart maps like this, where you've got really long sniper alleys and really confined pinch points, and you know, you can't get away with beginner mode like this on the more advanced maps, the CP maps and the King of the Hill maps. You know, they're much less linear, they're more, you know, centralized kinda. I love that spy there, just crouching like they won't see me if I crouch. That's good stuff. You know, even if I am not the best sniper in the world, I still wanted to branch out and, you know, try to be all-inclusive in my gameplay and play every single class and every weapon combination. And, you know, it's no fun if you just stick with your comfort zones. It's like, yeah, I could play Demo Man all the time and play with the sticky gun launcher all the time and just run around and throw stickies at people, but that would be boring after about 3 or 4 gameplays, I think. And it's even boring to play that after, you know, a couple rounds. It might be effective, but that doesn't mean it's exciting. So that's why, you know, you gotta branch out. I already said that, but, you know, who cares if I'm just rambling while I watch myself play sniper badly. But the only way to get better is to put that time into it, to practice and try to figure out what works for you, what tricks or quirks to your method of aiming are going to work for you, because it's different for everybody. I think if you asked 10 different snipers how they go about trying to aim for headshots, you'd probably get 5 different answers as far as that goes. And it's nice with, you know, flares and stuff, you can see those coming and kind of just dip your head around the corner. I finally killed a scout. Those darn scouts are so fast, especially with the new Babyface's blaster. They move so much quicker. And that's probably my biggest problem with sniper, is the hanging back and not going anywhere thing. I am just terribly bored with that, and after almost no time at all, I'm like, you know, I've spent enough time on that corner. Let me try to branch out, find some new spot to snipe from, and I don't even know what I was doing up top. That's why I head back to right where I came from. Like, what am I doing up here? I'm accomplishing nothing. So I tried to snipe from slightly farther up the alley to try to expand the angle I could hit people from, and I immediately get killed by a pyro. The first thought through my head was just, see, why did I mess with a good thing? It was working pretty well, hanging out next to that sentry gun. And here I got a heavy, and I'm like, oh, I'll get you, and I missed. And there's 2 heavies, and I missed both of their heads. How can you miss 2 big fat heads like that? You gotta be a pretty bad sniper to miss 2 heads like that. And that's right, what I mean right there when I was talking about waiting for people to run into your line of sight rather than trying to, you know, move it into their head. I knew that medic had to cross my line of sight if he was gonna come around the corner or retreat. No matter what, you're gonna have to pass the cursor, so I just try to get it at head level and wait for the right moment to pull the trigger. I don't know if that works for everybody, but right here I was like, oh man, I did good, how come I didn't get on the list? And I looked and I have like 24 points. I was like, oh well, it's okay. That was still a pretty decent sniper round coming from me. And so, thanks for watching, like it if you liked it, and I will catch you next time. Peace.